Hey, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the new video. So let's understand about the subconscious and conscious mind. So we will learn a lot of things in this video. So let's understand about that. Basically, our brain, which that is divided related to the function, related to the learning, and related to the basically the daily task. So in this way, our mind is very complex, which that is basically required the energy, but our brain further proceeding and the further process throughout the day, even throughout the life. In this way, our brain also store the ATP, and our brain not use too much energy for basically is the our activation. So in this way, if more energy consumption, in this way the brain will unable to next task clearance. So basically is the subconscious mind and conscious mind. So we will understand about that. So basically, remember, the conscious mind mean whenever you will be alert and you are learning in the process. For example, in the college, in the school, or in the basically in the any type of the skill like art, like the music and the songwriting, as well as the exercise learning, and for example the about the basically is the learning of the car driving, learning of the motorcycle, cycle, even learning of the football, learning of the cricket, learning of the any type of sport, learning about the exercise, learning about the running, walking during the childhood. So a lot more thing is related to the learning. So you are also learning through basically is the book reading. So a lot more learning through experimentation, observation. So these all things learning, and this learning basically require too much energy. So remember about that. Basically this learning require too much energy. So in this way you should learn first time and then you will not learn, and in this way you are already expert. So that is why the experienced person experience more valuable as compared to the basically as compared to the fresh person which that is going in their field. So that is why, for example, the expert teacher is more valuable as compared to the beginner. So why? Because it is basically important thing you should need to understand that the learning require too much energy, and that energy basically our brain will try to decrease that energy. So our brain will shift this memory through synaptogenesis and neuroplasticity and neurogenesis of our brain, which that required healthy diet like the omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acid and the vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin E. On the other hand, the essential minerals and trace minerals, which that is important, for example, calcium, potassium, for the normal function of the brain. So if you will provide the good nourishment to the brain, the good nutrition to your brain, so the learning process can be improved. In this way, whenever you are learning the skill, for example, the designing, for example, the painting, so in this way, you are still learning and you are consuming too much energy. So our brain hate for this too much energy consumption. So our brain not allow. In this way, you will quickly fatigue. For example, you are exercise initially. So your brain will not allow to work more because you are in the learning process. So learning process consume too much energy, and our brain hate for the learning. So that is why a lot more people hate for the new things and new learning, because they don't want to consume energy from brain reserve. So in this way, basically, this is the learning, and in this way, this is the conscious mind require too much energy, and in this way, you should basically improve the conscious mind via exercise again and again. But whenever you will learn, so in this way, after the learning complete, your brain will store this memory. This stored memory not required again learning, but this basically again revise this basically a little bit, but it is learning complete. So your brain synaptogenesis will improve and increase. In this way, after the learning, you will store the memory in the form of subconscious mind. This subconscious mind basically store the memory. So basically store the memory, for example, during the childhood, whenever you will not walk. So again, whenever you was not walking, so in this way, whenever you will walk, so you will not learn again whenever you will wake up in every morning. So you know about that, how to walk and how to step up. So in this way, automatically you will not think about that, how to walk. And in this way, you can walk easily without any thinking. And that is why, like a motorcycling and the car driving, which that is also the subconscious mind, because during the learning process, you was consuming the energy, and that energy basically is decreasing due to the subconscious mind activation, and the learning will store into the subconscious mind as an expert, and that is your experience, and experience is the valuable. Remember about that things. And in this way, basically whenever you will store the memory in the form of subconscious mind, so whenever you will, for example, eating, and on the other hand the breathing, heartbeat, which that is also the subconscious mind, not consume too much energy. And in this way, it is not learning, it is basically the subconscious mind automatically work. For example, the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system is the autonomic nervous system. If the sympathetic nervous system fight and flight mode, for example, if the sympathetic nervous system work with the conscious mind and more conscious mind, so in this way you will consume more energy. So in this way, the subconscious mind, basically you can mold the subconscious mind through hypnosis, which that is the technique. In this way you can basically relax. On the other hand, why the subconscious mind is basically cause many problems, we will understand also. Basically a lot more meditation, the prayer, good healthy diet, as well as the exercise will improve the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind ultimately increase the thought, increase the new processing, which that basically your new thought and your new thinking basically in the subconscious mind ultimately arise. And in this way, whenever you will increase our thinking, and in this way, for example, you want to experiment, but you are just thinking about that, this is your subconscious mind. But whenever you will experience and whenever you will experiment, so in this way, that is the learning process, which that requires too much energy. Revise, and in this way, subconscious mind again store that memory, and again you can experiment easily without any learning. That is a subconscious mind basically reserve the energy, while the conscious mind as a learning process basically consume the energy. So on the other hand, remember about that. For example, whenever you are learning more, so in this way consume too much energy. For example, the subconscious mind also increase, and sometimes the problem can be arise, like the subconscious mind, our activation will lead to, in the one time you will feel more and more goals and more thinking, more direction, and the direction is unlimited, and you are thinking again and again. So in this way, your subconscious mind, our activation lead to our thinking, and the bipolar disorder, on the other hand, the psychological problem, which that will be arise, and it can be reversed through hypnosis and the meditation, the exercise. Remember about that thing. But in this way, our activation of the subconscious mind, which that our thinking will lead to not consume too much energy, but it will lead to complicate yourself. And in this way, the learning process will not shift, and you will not able to learn thinking again, and you are not working, you are not learning, because you basically whenever you will go for the learning, you will stop the learning. But you are overthinking, I can do everything, I can change the world, I can do all that things, but you are not changing because you have basically just overthinking. And our thinking and subconscious mind can be activated due to the drug like amphetamine, and on the other hand, the subconscious mind can be suppressed due to the certain type of drug. But like alcohol, and the other type of cocaine, heroin, and there is a lot of the drugs. But the amphetamine process, so some drug is important for stimulation of the learning, while some drugs like the marijuana and on the other hand the cocaine, of amphetamine, and on the other hand other drugs which that is a stimulant also present in the Pepsi, the Coca-Cola, which that also affect and increase the subconscious mind. And some truck driver use the marijuana for increase the subconscious. Without any thinking and without any learning, they can work and they can drive throughout the day without any using of the learning process, basically how to move, because their automatically subconscious mind store the memory during the learning process. But in this way they enhance basically the subconscious mind more, but the conscious mind inhibit. In this way basically they will reserve the energy due to the drug, which that will basically lead to overdose again and again. That is basically the cause problem. But you can stimulate the subconscious mind through the meditation, through anything. In this way, whenever you will experience, so in this way the experienced person is a valuable, because they will not use the learning process, they will directly use the subconscious mind to clear the problem, because he already faced the activities during the learning process. I hope you make sense about that. This is the subconscious and conscious mind differentiation. But further on, next video we will also understand about more extension about the subconscious and conscious mind through our physiology, like our heartbeat, our breathing mechanism, our visualization, our basically speaking, everything. So see in the next video. For this time, bye. This is the video important about the subconscious and conscious mind. So I am thankful about the sharing of my video, because a lot more people are sharing more and more video, and that is why our following is more increased due to your effort, not my effort, because it is your channel and you are just learning, and it means you are learning. I am giving the knowledge for you. See you in the next video. For this time, bye. Allah Hafiz.